I see disapproving Doug has been approved. That is awesome. Yeah, you would be shocked how difficult. What's going on, Hellbolt? Love you, man. You'd be shocked how difficult it is to get a GIF to shrink to the size you need it to be. Yeah. That is that's great. That's great. I love it. That is spectacular. Cool in the gaming, everyone. Well, birthday wishes are in order. I actually have a few of them. First and foremost, we had that's where that went. Squirrel. We have a birthday in the extended family today and one tomorrow. Raise your hand if June 1st is your birthday. What's going on, Don? And then raise your hand if your birthday is tomorrow. Hey, Turt. Everybody needs to go to Turt's Kickstarter. If you haven't already, and show some love. Lady's got a birthday tomorrow. Also, birthday today, shout out to Nikki, who is the keeper of the Quan. It is her birthday as well today. So yeah. Got lots of birthdays over the next 24 hours from now. My birthday is still a long ways away. Well, it was fun having Lee in studio yesterday. Thanks, Turt. There it is. There is the Kickstarter for Goblin Antics. Yeah, Lee was in studio yesterday, scribbled on some stuff. Chef had the wherewithal to buy everything that allowed him to get those free items. There is still one more piece that, you know what, I'll give this away. How should I do that one? I mean, it's kind of tailor-made for adventure, but we already got a bunch of things we're going to give away for adventure. I'll do it anyway. Anybody who buys adventure today will be in the running for the Nautilus being attacked. From Down Under. Shout out to Maria for putting up with us, men. I love you, Turt. I got you, buddy. Now, yeah, done. So anybody who buys today only, will be in the running for that Nautilus being attacked by a Nautilus. Carlos is in. Carlos did exactly what I told you somebody was going to do. And whilst I was sleeping here on the West Coast, aka the Good Coast, Carlos snagged box 3 of Adventure. There it is. It's right there. Now, this is the box 3 that was chosen by you, the fans, to be the box 3. I do not know if that means it's going to be more lucky or less lucky. But Carlos has box 3. I feel like I should give Carlos a moment and be like, listen, anybody wants to offer Carlos additional cash to have box 3, I should try to allow him to make money. But that would be against the rules. So I'm not going to do it. But it'd be funny. I am unbelievably tired, everybody. I'm sorry. I am. It has been a long 3 days. And I are tired. Disapproving Doug. Now, not only do I have Doug here disapproving of everything I do, I get to look in the chat and see him disapproving as well. So, hey, Carlos, how do you feel about seeing what's inside this this box? How do you feel about seeing what's in box 3? Hello, Steven. I am about to open box 3. Your timing is impeccable. All right, Carlos, bon chance. You are currently the only one in the running for that right there. Subsequently, anybody who buys yesterday, today, and tomorrow is up for the map relic. See what we got here. Lost on the Amazon. Choose from 28 endings. All right, what goes with it? Well. Yeah, when you say Amazon, I think Xena. This right here is not a piece of paper. The artist actually went a bit above and did it on some thick board. Now, who do we know that likes them thick when it comes to his art supplies? It took all of 6 seconds for Chris to go, mate. Paul Maitland has made a name for himself with being a thick board lover when it comes to the art. He also is making a name for himself for absolutely unbelievable likenesses, and this is no exception. Now, Lost in the Amazon was a little bit of a stretch. However, there is no stretch of your imagination that can't tell you who that is. Ooh-wee! Carlos, Look at the way Lara is staring at you. She is saying, in a voice much less manlier than mine, hello there. Right? Like, oh, hey. I don't think Mrs. Carlos is going to be allowed to see this. This is the one you probably keep at work, Carlos. This is the one you pin in your locker. You just stick it in your locker and wink at it. But I'll allow it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I can't stop yawning. And there you go, man. Mate was the highlight of the box. That is your box 3. Ice! Thank you for the sub, buddy. I appreciate it. Well, so I'm not gonna lie, Hellbolt, with the new setup, I get little pop-ups on my screen now. Sometimes I just happen to have the mouse right next to me, just slightly off camera. There it is. And can hit it. It's true, I can hit it.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
That's right, you tell him, Inigo. What can I say to make DC's computer pop up? Well, you said but. And the chat was like, hey, are we allowed to say but? And I'm like, yeah, I'll accept but. But is okay. Whatever you do, Kevin P. West, do not say the word moist in front of Maddie of Stephen Maddie fame, or else she will cry. And there are very few things in the world more heartbreaking than seeing Maddie cry. I know, I've almost seen it happen. Steven's like, she's not here. Moises Alou after a baseball game. Now, if you ever need to clip something just so that you can send it to her, her email address is no, this really is Maddie at AOL.net. No, this is really Maddie at AOL.net. Send those links. Have fun. I've had that happen, Hellbolt. Oh, Kevin P. West got the eyebrows. Hey, whoa, you know. Hey, whoa. And there it is. Dango! What's up, dude? Thank you for the sub. 5 months for Dangle. Dangles let it dangle for 5 months. 2 days in a row, DC's just giving out our email. Well, I do what I can. I try to disrupt from the inside. Fitting as a chef, if it's not moist, it means he messed up, unless it's a pastry. I will argue a tres leches should be outright wet. I'm just saying. Tres Leches needs to be basically wet. It's Tres Leches is beyond moist. Tres Leches is all of the above. Paul Maitland, ladies and gentlemen. He loves him some Grogu. Paul said, I literally walked in on the word moist. Paul, you're Lara Croft looking seductively over her shoulder at the onlooker. As Lady has pointed out, also possibly very mad looking over her shoulder, was just pulled from box 3 of Adventure. Steven says, "Oof! I just saw the current auction price for an original Calvin and Hobbes comic strip. Yeah, they're expensive. So are Peanuts strips that were made pre-1990 whatever. So is anything done by one of my favorites. I will argue my favorite comic book strip ever is Far Side. Gary Larson. It is damn near impossible to get hold of a Gary Larson without not paying rent for 2 months or paying your car for 5. Gary Larson is the reason I like science. He made it fun. Yes, Mate signed it. It is black on black, but it is in the corner. Was it sultry or Fafo? I don't know what Fafo is, and I don't think I want to. Paul's like, I don't know. I just drew the bloody thing. Archie versus the Predator. I like that. I bet you Archie wins. He throws Jughead at the Predator, and while the Predator is busy devouring Jughead and ripping his skull out for his collection, Archie beats him. Jack Burton is a mix of cocky and ornery. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Randy. I was actually just I'm on a Ripley's kick, in case you guys haven't noticed. I'm trying to find whether or not that Ripley comic I have was published or not. We do know that the comic is at earliest 1947. So I have been looking at all of the Ripley books I can find that are post 1947. And trying to find that page. I will probably be going to a library if there is one in the greater LA area. I don't know. I've never been in one before. To see if I can get peruse their catalog of Ripley books and try to find it. And if I do, I will be looking for the most pristine version of that book to display next to the framed original. I have a feeling, though, there's a good chance that one may not have been printed in the traditional books. I've never seen C-Lab. Binge 24? Excuse me. In the show 24, Jack Bauer uses a basically like a stiletto spike. I used to own one of those. It was tungsten carbide. And you would hit a button and the spike would shoot up and lock into place. And then you hit the button again and you have to push the spike down onto a hard surface to close it. The problem was the spike was tungsten carbide, which is second only to diamond in toughness. And it slightly protruded from the hole. So no matter how you tried to put the spike back in, you would destroy whatever you were stabbing it on to push it in. And if it was too soft, it would simply stab right through it. Now, I no longer own it because it is illegal to have in California and New York. I bought it in Florida. Everything's legal in Florida. Florida in the 2000s is like New Jersey in the 1800s. Everything was legal in New Jersey. Every time I went to the bathroom, Paul. What's going on, Jedi? How you doing, buddy? Man, I always just come so close to accidentally saying your real name. And I say this every time because of how much I enjoy your real name. Except books. Yeah, heaven forbid you have a book in Florida. Now, here's what I want to know. This is not a political question. This is an honest question. It really is. I've seen the hundreds of thousands of books, copies of books that they have removed from the school. I saw one school in particular that the librarian was so mad she put a video up showing that like 1,100 books were being removed and that like almost an entire section of the library at the high school had been emptied. I'm curious how they plan on disposing of those books, because that would be a pretty big part of a landfill, and you can't throw them in the ocean legally. I wonder what they plan on doing with those books. Just curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Last time I knew, Florida, it's illegal to have a handcuff key for a civilian. I don't believe so, because I used to have plenty of pairs of handcuffs. To quote Hagrid, I shouldn't have said that. And all of them came with keys. I think what's illegal is using them to get out of police handcuffs is illegal. Oh, Stephen, they were definitely not fuzzy. You forget I was in the military and I also had a career in security services. Paul says now, how would they have done that in the past? Let's say Churka, Berlin, 1939. Tango's like, yeah, they don't call it book burning for nothing. Here's the thing. It would be so on the nose that I don't think they're going to do that. I think that was the original idea in gathering them all in one place. And then suddenly they're like, wait, let's look at the optics on this. I don't think we can burn them. I really don't think we can burn them. The warehouse could accidentally burn down with nobody around. But we can't do that because that's a little too on the nose. Don, Fuzzy Cuffs was one of my old nicknames. It was a very confusing period in my life. I didn't know whether to grow my hair out or shave it. And I was a huge fan of French cuffs and cufflinks. So, yeah, Fuzzy Cuffs was actually a nickname. I went clean shaven and moved to tracksuits. So I've left Fuzzy Cuffs in the past. Take them to another state and sell them for money. Right? They will mulch them. Reverse flat top. They will mulch them and use that for fertilizer on the orange trees. No? Okay. Sorry, it looked like I had a hiccup, but then it didn't go off. That's a good thing. All right, excellent. Sorry, I was staring at the my little warning sign. Hey man, I got that good stuff. I got that To Kill a Mockingbird, yo. I got some words, G. I got a sentence. You see this sentence? This from Fahrenheit 450. I forgot the number. Fahrenheit 451. I'm not a learned man. I'm just a guy whose voice people seem to like listening to. Good old Terry Mann. Yep. Yeah, it's a mess. Great googly moogly, it's a big old mess. I have family in Florida. So I am getting with children that are in school of multiple different grades. So I am getting fed story after story from my family in Florida. And all of it is I shouldn't say all of it. This is what I love about my extended family. Half of them are like, yeah, that's great. Remove those books. The other half are like, I just want to read a book and I can't now. You have closed captions on. Moist. Did it work? Oh, Stephen was referring to me having a voice that people like. This was his subtle and highly intelligent jab by saying, no, DC, I'm not actually listening to you. I am reading your words because your voice is like, I don't know, 4 kittens in heat in a bag being beaten with a stick. Here's the kicker, Jedi. The kicker is the person who complained about her poem admitted she never read the entire poem. She just read a paragraph and was offended. Now, if that doesn't say, hey, somebody paid me to complain about this $100, I don't know what does. That reeks of inside job. When the person is dumb enough to admit they didn't read the whole thing, they simply read one paragraph and were offended. By the way, the paragraph that was offensive is toward the end of the poem, and you had to have read it to get there, dumbass. I love you too, Stephen. It was the inauguration poem. That is correct. That is correct. So, I mean, if you don't think that's an inside job, and I'm not talking conspiracy theory inside job, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, clearly, she was approached to, probably with a fee, to, hey, we need you to object to this. We don't like it. Hey, give me $100? Yeah, F that poem. Who wrote it? I don't even care. Just give me the $100. I hate it. Complaint. Not to dox, but I think her last name was DeSantis. It was too long for them to read. It was too long for them to read and too hard for them to hear. I mean, I'm of the adage, if you don't learn from the past, you're going to be doomed to repeat it. So, here's a big part of our past I would like to not repeat. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, Ice Wolf. Trevor has given me something to send you. So you may be getting an unsolicited package. Be mindful. Right? There you go, Paul. Haha, Ice Wolf. I think you already know what it is. I believe he told you. Is Doug here? Doug or Trevor, are either of them here? Jedi's like, yeah, and right now a team from Florida doesn't look so good against a team from Colorado. Colorado, where in parts you can do mushrooms. I've heard. All right, I don't see them in the chat, so we're going to do something I'm not supposed to do. All right, so a couple of things just came in that I want to show you guys. Oh, damn, there it is. Nope, Trevor's here. Never mind, everyone. Hey, T-Bone, what's up, man? How are you doing? No, it's too late now. I can't trust you. I know you. There it is. There's disapproving Doug GIF. It turned out so good. I am going to toot my own horn. Toot, toot. That is one hell of a GIF. That is one heck of a GIF. Don't lie, you like it. Paul said, oh, DC, you got a bumper load of spoiler stuff arriving on Monday. Well, I will be here Tuesday, which means I can spoil it on Wednesday. Oh, Giza's Here We Go Again GIF. And Kevin P. West says GIF. Turt says, what's a GIF? Trevor says, I'm going now to watch some basketball. We still need a spoiler chat reward. We're working on that. Extra chunky? Kevin P. West says, GIF. Jedi, the rest of the NBA. They should have given Gokic his third MVP in a row because he's really mad and is taking it out on every other team. Giphy Pop. I remember Giphy Pop. That's the one you did on the stove. The ball would blow up and half of it would be burned, but the rest of it would be perfect. Are we talking about Nikolai? Or Nikolaj? Or Nico? Playoff Jimmy needs to be in full effect, but not tonight. Genny in a bottle. I don't get it, but hey, whatever. Whatever floats your boat and makes y'all happy. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Almost averages a triple-double. Yeah, well, I have my own opinions of basketball. I never was a fan. I tried desperately to get into basketball. I even would go to G League in Orlando. I Dream of Guinea. I made many efforts to enjoy basketball, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Even watching like MJ play and this ridiculous stuff that he was doing, the reversals, the no looks, the eye closed free throws, like all of, I still couldn't get into it. I just tried. I am a good shot with the basketball. Don't ask me to dribble it. But if you want me to throw it into the hole, I can throw it in the hole all day. Don't Google that. For the love of Giebus, don't Google what I just said. Steven, you're reading these words. Definitely do not highlight, copy, and paste into Google what I just said. It has been jujuled, he said. Phrasing, we're not doing, is phrasing not a thing anymore? Yikes. Moist. It all boils down to moist. You crazy guys. Look at you crazy guys. I digress. I mean, what time is it? It's only been 37 minutes. There's got to be more we can do. I think if there was a clown that said moist, Maddie would explode. It would be a very small stain on the wall. As those who do not know, Maddie could possibly fit in a kangaroo's pouch. I'm almost willing to wager she could fit in a kangaroo's pouch. For my Aussie friends who are watching this on replay, yeah, no, she's really probably about that tiny. She is no bigger than a Joey. You guys get me. Paul says, I am drawing a clown saying moist. Ooh, Paul, let me set the scene. It is Tim Curry's It or John Wayne Gacy. We have a slight over the shoulder. Hold on. I got this, Paul. I got your reference right here. Hold on. Oh, Paul, this is for you, buddy. Hold on. Yes. This is reference for Paul. With a piece on the fork, moist. But it's got to be Gacy or Tim Curry. Right? Cake. A little bit of cake with some birthday frosting on it. Some sprinkles. A fork full of cake. Like clearly birthday cake, over the shoulder, speech bubble, moist. There you go. That's for you. Screen grab taken. Wait, you will not make me a clown. Time out. You will not make me a clown. I refuse my likeness for the purpose of a clown. Hello. Steven's like, I feel like somehow I am being punished in the future. Big old curly rainbow stash. There you go. And if you actually draw that, I will be able to put on my resume that I was a reference model for artwork. Yeah, it's like, oh no, DC said no. What should we do? By the way, I live in Canada. Your rules don't apply to me. Ha ha, drawing DC. What's up, Detroit? Detroit, we are talking about clowns eating birthday cake after possibly or possibly not murdering the entire birthday party. And looking into the fictitious camera and saying moist in reference to said birthday cake, possibly or possibly not post-murder and or coitus. Paul's like, I've already got the perfect facial expression. Everybody's making DC the clown now. Here it comes. First it was DC Grogu, now it's going to be DC the clown. I'm going to be making bicycles for everybody. Oh, goodness. I would draw a large, sweaty clown named Moist the Clown. Paul's like, oh no, you're safe. Thank you, Paul. It's everyone else I'm worried about, Paul. More Ren and Stimpy? Oh. All right, then. Yeah, Detroit's like, oh, okay, normal stuff. Stuff that we always do. The stuff we always do. Hellboat says, check the Discord for the lulls. I like lulls. Oh, for those who have not seen John Wick 4, they've already announced John Wick 5. Pause again, give me about 5-10 minutes. Oh, Dangle, thank you. I just got your note. Oh, it won't load the image. Well, let me try again. Yes! Hellbolt, can I share this photo with the world? Can I get your written permission? Councilman Chef is a trained clown. Well, I mean, he was in the Navy just like me. All right, I have full permission. There. Oh, I got the zoom on. Hold on. I will do it so that I don't have to zoom it. There is our Bolt enjoying cake, possibly thinking or saying moist. The cake does look good. I'm not gonna lie. That cake looks really good. And how beautifully blue-gray your eyes are, Hellbolt. Just saying. Check out the peepers on that dude. There you go, man. Excuse me. All right, I do have to do a little bit of the business side of this. I do have to remind people that we are going to give away the cozy today. This one right here. To anybody that buys anything today. Right now, it's 100% guaranteed to go to Carlos. I mean, quite frankly, I wouldn't be mad if Carlos was the one that got it, because I have no dog in this fight. Now, I will tell you, tomorrow we give away the Kai book, and that I do have a dog in. Oh, it's gone. There it is. Ew. The cozies made it inside the gate just before 11 p.m. last night. Good, you didn't have to kick them out. Yeah, Carlos is like, I'm not going to be mad if nobody tries to fight me for this. This has to be like, how fast he did this is got to be one of my favorite quick sketches of his. The man is a master at quick sketching, but this one is pretty dang cool. I mean, I'm biased because I literally have a squid tattooed on my arm. So, Carlos, if you win that, I may have to trade you something for it. Or at least make an effort. Lady's like, yeah, but did Maddie make it in on time? Because last we knew, she wasn't home yesterday either. As a reminder for those who weren't here yesterday, the product you cannot see on the screen, we've got you covered, is going to be terminated tomorrow. It is going to be cannibalized and reissued in a slightly different grouping for Comic-Con, because sketch covers are a super premium at Comic-Con. And we happen to have a bunch of them. We might as well bring them with us. So, that is the only other heads up I'm giving everyone. She made it just before Lee and Maria. Lady, that's a question for Maria. I would not be able to answer that. Paul, you were streaming earlier today. Did you plan to stream again tonight? Okay, DC in the Discord. There it is. Moist. I gotta fix this. Let me unlock this so that I can fix this. Oh, there's that yawn again. Nom. No. There it is. Exhaustimacated? Yeah, me too. It has been, as you know, Mama the Breaker is in town, so we have been just busy. And this weekend is going to be terribly busy. I mean, it's a good thing. It gets me out of the house, but goodness. Ooh. Yeah, so Paul, I actually jumped on Twitch apparently seconds after you got off Twitch. I was like, oh, Paul's going live. I will jump in. And as soon as I jump in, I get Paul Maitland art is not currently streaming. Here is the most recent video. So I made an effort. Ooh, what's that a cover for? Anything in specific, or is that just a commission? Or is that going to be published? Or is it because you were bored? A book cover. Nice. Kevin's like, all I did was go out for dinner tonight. I think it might be coming down with a cold. It's a sequel to a cover you already did. Okay, book 2. I like it. I like it a lot. Posted the first one? Okay, let me see the first one. Paul, I had no idea you were the person who did the cover for my biography. That is amazing. For those who don't know, this is actually my biography. All things huge and hideous. That's me. Craig. You know what? So here's the God's honest truth, Craig. We did not keep track of any of the covers. We thought the covers would sell out really fast because of how inexpensive they were compared to the last run. So we were like, we don't need to keep track. They'll move pretty quickly. So we were a bit astonished that they did not move so quickly, which is why we're scrapping it and just redoing it for Comic-Con, where we know they will go really quickly. We did not keep track at all. One of the Grogus is gone. Actually, you know what? Here, this will be easier. I got a better idea. Hold on. Hold. Steady. Hold. So that Grogu, I'm pretty sure, is gone. I believe the Wasp is gone. The G.I. Joes, I'm pretty sure, are gone. We know for a fact the unsigned masterpiece by Kevin P. West is gone. That Spawn, I believe, is gone. I think Carlos ended up with that one. That one's gone. I own the Orko, which is a piece of my childhood. I believe the Boba might still be there. I think Obi-Wan is still there. Maybe that Mando? Maybe Mando. Maybe Mando. Maybe. I mean, there's only 25 books here and we did 31, so there are 6 not on the cover. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never mind. There's 30. So there's only 1 missing. That Spider-Man I don't believe was hit. I don't think so. Yeah, Carlos, I knew that one got hit because I remember looking at it and going, dang, that's fine work. While I'm over here, I feel like I can adjust this screen a little bit. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. All right, here we go. Let me adjust. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit cleaner. Let me move this over here. Really? You're going to snap? Why you got to be a jerk? I don't want you to snap over. Well, I mean, maybe in theory you could snap over. Hold on. Yeah, that doesn't cut off any of your names. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, lock it up. There we go. Back to where we were. Okay. That Aquaman, I know for a fact, is gone because that was part of a Blockbuster trade. The 2 Grogus and maybe it could have. I told you, we did not keep track because we figured this would absolutely fly. It might have only been 5 covers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I tell you, I don't know. I do not know. But when we tear them open next week, Wednesday, to do a rebuild for Comic-Con, I will again post everything you all have missed so that you get FOMO. Because we like the FOMO. We like the FOMO. Hey, I'm balancing a lot of plates here. FOMO is real. FOMO is absolutely real. I suffer from FOMO way more than I like to admit. I have been known to overpay in trades due to FOMO. And I'm okay with that because I like what I've got. I've got some stuff. I mean, I don't have like Doug or Trevor level stuff. But for like, a normal, like average person, I've got some stuff. My aunt and my cousin from about 40 minutes north of here came by the apartment to drop my mother off. And they were like, "You've got some stuff here." I'm like, "Yeah, I got some stuff. It's some stuff there." They really liked the cozy pencil Vader and Obi-Wan. I have a nice Walt Sliney Spider-Man. And I had, what else did they like? Oh, Trevor bought me a Fabrice Sapolsky full color, half Peter, half Spider-Man, 8.5 by 11. That is just chilling on the wall. I am waiting for some money to frame the Ripley. That's the word I couldn't remember. Craig's got 19. And he's also got an entry into the Thanos, which will be done tomorrow. He is also in the running for the Nautilus because he bought something today. So, hey, listen, Carlos, you now have a 50-50 shot at the Nautilus. Bolt, yeah. So that helmet, I'm gonna have to ask, what do you want? Do you want art? Do you want comics? Do you want art on comics? Do you want graded? Do you want what would you like? That is the question. Craig, I hope this is Star Wars, if that's what you're looking for. Do you want art on a helmet? Craig, we've got you covered 3, featuring sketch covers from Mark Teixeira, Gus Malk, Zio Lee, Jeff Pena, Alvin Hernandez, Kevin P. West, and more. I now realize, yes, we pulled one of the mystery covers was the Teixeira from yesterday. That's one of the ones that was purposefully not listed because it was an original Teixeira. That is the one that we did not have on here as well. Now I remember the top guy, Mr. Teixeira. All right, Craig, 19 of 31. Let's do it. Or a dark helmet. Would you like it in a box? Would you like it with a fox? Would you like your trade done live on air? Would you like a trade? Do you even care? Good luck! All right, let's see if we can get proper Zoom. Hell, will say, yeah, that's a very good question. I don't even know what I want. All right, survey says, oh, speaking of Kevin P. West, are you a Whovian? Uno de cinco, Doctor Who, from Paul Maitland's neck of the woods. And this one is prominently signed by Kevin P. West. He did not forget to do this. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I know somebody else that has a birthday today. Let's do this again. Raise your hand if you have a birthday today, and raise your hand if you have a birthday tomorrow. Should be 3 of you. Come on, Craig, lady, Kevin, don't leave me hanging. Ladies in. Everyone's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I want to know how many strokes of the ink marker did that take? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. Hey, Kevin P. West, are you a fan of high detail, or is it just me? The silence is killing you. You have not seen Doctor Who? Seriously. All right. I didn't expect to have to do this today. All right, here we go. If you're, don't blink. If you're going to get into Doctor Who, everyone usually just says, start with the modern doctors. I disagree. In my opinion, in order to have a good grasp of the Doctor, you need to go back to like the 50s. You need to see some of the OG Doctor black and white ones. The ones that were done on like old school BBC sets, which were basically like some guy's back room that they would just redress in different backgrounds to make it look like it's a different location. While a small, portly, wiry-haired man laughs and gee willikers and shucks his way through very moderately written storyline and language. 63, yeah, whatever it was. It was black and white, and it was awful. But awful in a good way. Same day JFK was shot, there's a nugget of information courtesy of Mr. Stephen Edwards. If it comes to production of film of any kind, Stephen Edwards is your guy. So you got to rewind to 1963 and you got to catch now, mind you, a lot of the OG Doctor Who is not available for viewing anymore because back in the day, they would just tape over the shows or they would dispose of the highly flammable celluloid. And there are very few that were digitized later in life, and most of them came from personal collections, not from the BBC. So there are only very select few there. Now, they have a compendium of them. A lot of them have been salvaged, but you cannot find every single one. There are lost episodes. They have the old stuff on Pluto for free. I highly recommend seeing it then. Then you are going to jump to, what was it, 2006, 7? When did Eccleston come on? Man, you're going to make me Google this stuff so I don't look like an idiot. Cosgrove Hall created animated versions of the lost episodes with the audio. Correct, because the audio and the visual were done separately, as they are, and the audios were smaller and able to be kept when the videos were not. This is Silence, by the way. I just saw that here. Does the guy have a name? Silence. 2005. Okay, so I wasn't far off. The Silence are fanatics. You never forget your first doctor. All right, years. Show me this picture. All right, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I wanted. This right here. So you go back to the OG. Yep, right there. That was your OG black and white doctor, William Hartnell. Now, admittedly, a lot of the ones that are missing, I believe, are Patrick Troughton's. A lot of his did not make it. John Pertwee, his are pretty abundant. Now, this doctor right here, Tom Baker. Tom Baker has the distinction of typically being one of the more famous and related doctors on the BBC because it was, Paul's like, and he died in Columbus, Georgia. Paul knows because he murdered him in Columbus, Georgia, which is why Paul lives just outside of Columbus, Georgia. So Tom Baker, possibly on top of a fan, allegedly. Tom Baker is the doctor with the scarf. Now, what makes Tom Baker so beloved over in the UK is when they started to do the syndication of Doctor Who, Tom Baker was the first doctor that had a heavy syndication rotation. So there are plenty of people who claim Tom Baker is their guy. I'm not a gigantic Tom Baker fan myself. He was a very odd-looking man, sometimes difficult to look at. You'd have to see the episodes. He kind of skeeved me out a little bit. It is bigger on the inside. It is true. Doesn't sound like a Georgia accent. Maybe it's because he followed him to Georgia. Peter Davidson, I admittedly have not seen very many episodes of his. Colin Baker, the flamboyantly dressed one. By the way, basically each doctor is known for like a certain thing. His was the scarf. His was the flamboyant suit tie combo. He had always had a hat and his vest. McCoy, Paul McGann. Paul McGann, I don't think I've seen any of his episodes at all. I started with Christopher Eccleston. And after watching about 5 or 6 episodes, I went back and caught some of the OG Doctor and as much of the other ones as I could that were available stateside at that time. Steven says, I go back and forth between David Tennant and Matt Smith. So this is David Tennant. David Tennant is arguably the most handsome Doctor. There are a lot of female Whovians that are Whovians because of David Tennant. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes you need to take a cold shower after David Tennant's episodes of Doctor Who. Eccleston was fantastic. The problem was he made the mistake of asking for too much money. David Tennant, who is married to Peter Davidson's daughter. Yes. So, I am a Matt Smith fanatic. I think the writing was superb. People will argue that Matt Smith was like the Dark Doctor. He had a very dark storyline. He also had a lot of the origin story that he had to deal with, which is very dark when talking about them. Amy Pond, don't even get me started. I'm not allowed to talk about her. I do have her autograph right over here. But I am a Matt Smith fan. I do love Amy Pond. I think Rory was a fun character. But yeah, Amy Pond was my jam. And then after them, oh, they don't have them. Okay. Boy, they were like, nope, there are no doctors past Mr. Smith. We do not claim any man or woman since Mr. Smith. All other doctors after Mr. Smith are false. They are not real. Do not believe them. But here they are. No, I'm not accepting. I don't know you. I don't know you. Yeah. Okay. Give me. Here we go. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Pete Capaldi. Now, I have nothing against Pete Capaldi. I am not a Pete Capaldi hater, but I will tell you, I stopped watching Doctor Who at Pete Capaldi. I just couldn't relate to him. He just didn't feel like my doctor. Because I stopped at Pete Capaldi, I did not see a single episode of Jodie Whittaker. I haven't. Because I'm not going to watch them out of chronological order. I'm just not going to do it. So, I highly recommend you absolutely start getting into Doctor Who. Now, the Silents were brought in to attempt to be scarier than any of the other baddies that the Doctor has faced. Now, I will tell you, they are terrifying, but they are no angels. The angel statues from Don't Blink are my absolutely, they are just, Pete Capaldi's Doctor felt like he hated being the Doctor. Yeah. Lady says, I want a phone call from him during his no hate campaign. I like it. The OOD. The OOD. The OOD. So now you have a homework assignment. Picture of the Angels? Yeah, don't blink. The Weeping Angels. Nope, I can't do that. That's going to be a fine. Maybe I should have went to images. I see. I was in images. That's what I thought. So these are the angels. This is my favorite. It is so good. Man, I am doing a lot of risky clicks right now. I think I'm going to pull back on my risky clicks. I'm not going to tell you the premise of the Angels. Craig, is that the band name, the Risky Clicks? Sepulros jumping into the chat with another dime per usual. I will let you view it yourself. It is tremendous. Man, with all these risky clicks. All right, we're done with risky clicks. Not to be confused with the whiskey clicks. Or whiskey chicks. Or is that the Dixie clicks? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Christmas specials, absolutely. Once you get into them, Craig, you'll understand why the Christmas specials are it. It was like letting you know that we were like kicking off or ending the season. Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know how much longer I can be live with how tired I am. So, I'm going to call last call. If nobody orders anything, it's going to be a 50-50 split between Craig and Carlos. And that means I'm just going to tear the card in half and mail half to each of you. That's not what I wanted. Where is the button I wanted? There it is. I'm going to random.org it. Look at that. The King Solomon, was it King Solomon or no? Who was the one that was going to cut the baby in half? Where are my Bible readers? I read the Bible. It was a very long time ago. I don't remember a lot of it. I was just Googling that. King Solomon. It was King Solomon. Okay. Yeah, King Solomon. King Solomon was like, I'll just cut the baby in half. You can each have half. And the real mother was like, no, give her the baby if it means it not dying. Like, it is your baby. Unfortunately, Carlos, that's not how it works. I'm not going to give you the card just because you don't want me to tear it in half. Sepulros, one of those rare moments I have beaten you to the punchline. See what I did there? Have Newman decide? There you go, Hellbolt. Craig says, wait! Now, he was either saying wait or he was calling mate and hit the W instead of the M. The bike episode. I vaguely remember that. I remember vividly the episode where Newman and Kramer were going to take a mail truck full of cans across the border to make the 10-cent deposit instead of the 5. Oh, Doctor Who is an institution. Who had claim over a girl's bike? Boy, that was weird. I didn't lose the feed. Did I? Just said I re-entered the chat. I re-entered? I didn't know I left. All right, let me see what we have. Let me check my numbers. Network frames. Interesting. So that's an internet thing. Huh. Okie dokie. Craig said, it's in this note. Craig says, oh, I know. Sepulros, I set the alarm for it and the alarm didn't go off. I plan on watching that video. It's got to be hilarious. Craig said, Carlos, I'm going to do another. I'm now going to be 2 to your 1. It sure is something else. I just want to tell me they are topless on a beach and I'm in. $12 is next. One is in a singlet. Yeah, I'm in. I'm all in for that. Those are 2 men that are 100% pure USDA prime American Kobe beef. All right, birthday magic. Because everybody's birthday is either today or tomorrow. Crashing through the waves like the models they are. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I Hellbolt, I don't think I am seeing any of his chats. What's going on, Dave? Have we started talking Spider-Verse yet? I am going on Sunday. I am actually going on Sunday with somebody that may or may not have helped make the movie. Because I'm in California, and that's what you do when you're in California. We've got you covered 3. 12 of 31. Craig is in. Hey, Steven's seeing it Sunday too. I will be seeing it at one of my best friend's favorite theaters at Universal City Walk or whatever they call it. Depending on the third, maybe the best trilogy ever. Into the Spider-Verse, and I've said this before, and I said this before I even knew who Steven was. I saw Into the Spider-Verse when it came out. One of my buddies, when I was working at Geico, who aspired to be an animator, who since gave up his dream and works at Geico because that's the business, said, you need to see this film. It is going to be one of the most influential pieces of animation ever. It is going to stir an entire generation of people to want to be animators. So I did, and I was mind blown. I don't buy Blu-rays anymore, and I bought that one on Blu-ray so I could own it. That's how good the first one was. I am tickled pink for the next one. Craig, here we go. Maybe this will be something from the Spider-Verse since we're talking about it. Oh, Craig! Hey, look! Star Wars! I feel like the birthday luck is tuned in because this time I announced it. I announced birthday luck. I made the error of not doing it earlier in the show, and I apologize. Because while you got a fabulous book that any Whovian would love, you were unfamiliar with the source material. Now, it did lead to you getting a first-rate education in Doctor Who, with the artist himself even chiming in. But you did say you were looking for Star Wars. And so you shall get. And now, Zio, how about that Mando? There you go, Craig. That's some good armor. Excellent. Thanks, Craig. Oh, you mean the artist? Okay. Excellent job. I thought you were saying me pulling Star Wars for you. I thought that's what you were referencing. But no, you're referencing Zio's amazing art. There you go, man. It's almost like you asked for it. Dig it, man. Dig it. And this is a Zio who is just an amazing human. For free has been putting prints of the original pencils of the book on the back of each of the books. A nice little bonus courtesy of Zio Lee. If you're not following Zio Lee on Instagram, you are doing it wrong. There you go, buddy. I don't know if Zio does a traditional signature. I don't think he does. I will have to look at some of his other stuff. I don't think he traditionally signs it. He might sign it on the back. No. Yeah, I don't think he typically signs them. I'm gonna have to look at all his other stuff now. I actually have some of his other stuff right over here that I can't show you. Actually, I lied to you. I don't have his stuff here. I thought I did. I sit on a throne of lies. No, I think it's Costco. Yeah, I think Costco made the chair. All right, so I think that's last call. So if nobody else is in, I'm gonna random. It's a 2-on-1. Don't Google that. Does anybody want to throw their hat in the ring before I hit random 7 times and crown whoever's on top the winner? Don't Google that either. You know what? Let's just have a running rule that we just don't Google anything that I say. Dave, let me show you. Much to the chagrin of everybody in. Yesterday, Lee Cozy was in studio, and Lee Cozy drew with a really nice Jules Verne Mont Blanc pen this Nautilus being attacked. I like to think that that's a mollusk or a Nautilus being attacked by a Nautilus. And then he realized he did it upside down, so he signed it upside down on the right side up of the upside down card. So I said, anybody who buys anything today is going to be in the running for this as a free giveaway. Craig times 2 and Carlos times 1 have taken me up on that challenge. So, yeah, I'm about to give it away. It is a upside down, side up. I don't know, it's a reverse Australian. It's like a middle Argentinian. Yeah. I don't even know. It's like space. What side is really up? Although I want to say that's probably the sun or the moon. That's what it was. Lee knew what he was doing. They just printed it wrong. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. All right, here we go. Let's do some randoming. And then I'm probably going home. Because I are tired. All right, here we go. Carlos, Craig, and Craig, good luck. We are going to random this 7 times on random.org. Whoever is on top after 7 is going to get that absolutely gratis. All right, here we go. Bonne chance. Craig. You, sir, hedged your bet with an additional purchase, and you have come out on top. There you go. It's almost like a birthday win. There you go, friend. All right, that's it. I'm calling it. So tomorrow, you all are going to want to tune in. You are, because tomorrow we are chock full of giveaways. What are we giving away? I'll tell you what we're giving away. Everybody who has bought into Adventure yesterday, today, and tomorrow will have a shot at this Upper Deck Goodwin Champions map relic card. That came from my PC, by the way. Anybody who has purchased at all one of the sketch covers from We've Got You Covered is going to be up for a Kai oil painted cover with a value of about $500. That's what he charges for covers now. If somebody buys dragons, there are 2 beardy dragons. If somebody buys one and they're the only one, I'm going to give you both. If more than one person buys dragons, I will random and each person will get one. And if more than 2 people, then we'll just random it with the top person getting one and the bottom person getting the other. Thanks, Carlos. You too, man. You be safe. So tomorrow is definitely the day to be watching and hanging out. Let me see if I missed anything. No, that's it. That's everything. All right, so I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow, there are a plethora of giveaways. You're going to want to see them. You may even want to be part of them, but you got to be here, which means you got to be safe. So, back to the original statement. I love you. Be safe. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy birthday, my birthday people. And lady, you're going to get some more birthday love tomorrow. Adios.